Well, we're doing this again. This is presumably the third set I'm probably going to be doing at this rate, and I might make this as a continued series once I have some sets to do. So of course the first one, as you could see behind me here, we had done Mario. We did a little short with the blue shell. And we did the last one, which was the Pixar Luxo. And I felt in this case regards, I'm not going to really kind of over-explain this next one. Because I feel the case I've loosely alluded to it earlier, but I talked about it for a bit, so let's just get it out of the way. Because the next one is... Yes, it is Optimus Prime. Now this is the first of 3 Transformers sets that are currently available, of like large enough sets. This was the first one that came out. I got it on sale recently when it was around the time. I think I was just out in town and like checked on my phone and see it was on sale. I was like, I'll pick it up. I have some money for it. And yeah, I feel like this is definitely a series of just not being trusted with adult money. Because, dear God, I've gone on a bit of a madcap rampage with LEGO sets lately. But yeah, so the next set is going to be Optimus Prime here. I will probably down the line get Bumblebee and SoundCloud or fucking Shockwave. It's one of the two robots. It's the one that turns into a boombox. And it has like little cassette player that turns into like little small robotic dogs. I'll get to them. I probably got it wrong. I'll throw it up here anyway in case I get it wrong. But this is probably gonna be a course of maybe 2 nights, because I think the time it is now, it is sort of a late one. I think there's about 11 or 12 sets in this. So what I might probably do is I might get at least... Let's see how it goes. We'll see how the next hour and a half goes. Kind of case if I get the first maybe 2 or 3 sets in, at least get about a third of it. I'll go with that regards, maybe a core. So we'll go with it. So that's enough dilly-dallying in the intro. Might have a bit of a conversations and chats during this as well about different things, but if I'm in the mood, or else I just may just focus on building this. So enough dilly-dallying, let's actually get to building this, or opening this bad boy. Alright. He's a tall boy, 7 inches wide, 13.5 inches tall. And he has the option where he transforms. He also has some weaponry. He's got a gun. He's got the flaming axe. He's also got some lights. I'm gonna take this to Cosmic Cube, and I'm not sure, but he also has the Matrix leadership. And a possible jetpack. But yeah. Let's just get it. There. Quick and easy. I know some sets have, like the Mario one was, which is like, it's like a suitcase kind of thing. I know it's 1 or 2. I do have this also in that regards. But anyways, let's check it out here and see what we have. We are in the process of switching from plastic to paper-based packaging. So this was... When did the set come out again? This was like a couple of years. This was a couple of the last 2 or 3 years, I think. They have done that. I don't know, I think sometimes paper bags are good, sometimes it's the other way around. So it looks like we have 10 bags for this set this week. So even if I get at least 3 of them done tonight, so we got this one, number 3, and number 2. I'll go with that kind of case, but yeah, it seems to be reasonable in that regard. So we'll start with that one. So let me just tie this up. Radio. So yeah, bag number 1. Alright, and we also got one other bag. Ooh, it's got a nice little Autobots logo on the front. Got some comic books covers. We got, see, that's Optimus, Bumblebee, Megatron, and Starscream. You'd think it would have been the case that, like, if they were going to do the sets, they would have been Optimus Prime and Bumblebee's first two, and then the next one would have been Megatron. Would have made the most sense of all things. Some stats, we got some background to Optimus Prime, and then we got the creator as well. Got Joseph Patrick Hyde with the senior designer for the set. So yeah. So yeah, so the looks of things, the first 3 sets will give us the torso. 4, 5, and 6 will give us the legs, and then 7, 8, 9, and 10 will give us the arms, the head, and the option in the transform. So yeah, let's get into it. Alright. Well, in this regards, I might as well give it a little bit of my thoughts on the whole Transformers series as a whole. So, in all regards, I'm not the biggest of, not the most knowledgeable in terms of this franchise. I know a few characters. Most of my knowledge consists mainly of the films, which were the Michael Bay ones, the Bumblebee movie that wasn't made by Michael Bay, and then it was the case of the other there was a case of the recent Transformers 1 movie, which I have done a review for. My thoughts on a lot of the movies is that, like, I do enjoy them. Like, it varies by opinion on different films. Like, the first movie I enjoy a lot. Like, I think the 2007 one with Michael Bay is actually from Michael Bay and with Shia LaBeouf in it is decent. The one with the sequel, which was affected by a writer's strike, is a mess. Dark of the Moon is interesting, but dark as fuck. Then we got, Age of Extinction, which, has Marky Mark and his Funky Bunch, and some questionable things, like the Romeo and Juliet laws, like whatever the I want to know the writer's room for that whole scene. Like, that scene alone is nuts, right? But, the regards of that, like, the whole ordeal of just, like, they went out of their way to explain why it was okay for misdemeanor in that regards. I think I can't really explain it properly, but I'd say a good person to watch for a better breakdown of that scene is Pointless Hub, who has done all the Transformers movies in a sort of variation of discussion points, right? So like he does go into that whole clip as well, like, which is such a weird scene though. Like, it's fucking weird. That it's just like, oh, it's totally cool for him to bang your daughter. It's like, it's fucking, but it's so fucking gross. Like, it's just so weird. Where's the zoom option on this, right? But yeah, like, that one was a whole thing. Last night I felt like it was like tonal whiplash watching the aspect ratio keep changing from IMAX cameras to this like standard like letterboxing. I was like, it really takes you out of the film. But yeah, like, I will say I do like 1 and 3 a lot. 2, was messed for its time, but visually was fantastic. It visually looks great. And then like, Bumblebee was a breath of fresh air, the whole case of the 80s nostalgia thing, but yeah, it kind of just feels a case. And then Rise of the Beasts feels weird in regards to, like, it leads to a crossover, and the whole case where the whole subtitle of the movie doesn't really happen much in the film. It's like it's not to like the whole fucking after the first hour, until like Maximal, most of the Maximals show up. The only one that shows up is Michelle Yeoh's Eagle character, which I can't remember the name of. I think it's Raj or Sage or something like that. But she's mostly exposition. And I feel in regards, like, case, it's not bad, it is entertaining, but I feel like it could have been better. Transformers 1, another good example of the case, and I've already done my whole spiel on that, and, like, in my review and stuff, but I honestly wouldn't mind a sequel. I kind of was rewatching someone's video on it, like, just kind of perspective of, like, you know, different things, but I feel like it could definitely have worked for a sequel. If it didn't come out with the beautiful film of Wild Robot, I probably would have been in all regards of thinking that, you know, Transformers 1 was, you know, the best robot movie. But then Wild Robot, you know, got me with a chokehold, and every time I went to see it or watch it afterwards, where I'm sitting there watching, like, at the halfway point of that film, I'm sobbing like a motherfucker. It is a beautiful film. But yeah, if I had to score all the Transformers movies, just quick fire ones, so I give Transformers 1 an A. I might higher it up a bit. I don't know. I have to maybe get another rewatch at some point. But in any case as well, don't rely on me about my Transformers knowledge. I'd say your best options. Like, I have two or three friends of mine that are more massive Transformers fans. So I'd probably I would rely more of their knowledge on them. But yeah, it is kind of a case where to score them. Transformers 1, the animated one, I gave an 8 out of 10. Rise of the Beast, I'd probably give like between a 6.5 and 7.5, mainly just for bits of the Maximals issues and stuff like that. And like not overly reliant on action stuff. The villains kind of whatever. Bumblebee, Fresh Air, 8 to 8.5. Fucking Last Night, 6 just for the memes, but like, and just like how unhinged it gets. That it turns around to being funny. Age of Extinction lied to me about Dinobots. Like, they advertised the shit out of that to, like, you know, the whole regards. But yeah, I'm gonna give that like a solid. Yeah, I'm probably gonna give it like a 6, maybe a 5. Transformers 3, I'm gonna give a 7 to a 7.5. It's entertaining. It's dark as hell. It has the, you know, the Bay trope stuff as well. But yeah. Transformers 2, I'd give like a 6.5 to 7. Like, it has its moments, but like it is confusing. And then Transformers 1, solid film, 7 to 8. I think in that regards, but yeah. I'd be up for a Transformers 1 sequel, but I think that's basically all I really have the discussion. So aside, I'll just throw it in the beginning of this. But yeah, that's most of the knowledge I'll give you for Transformers. I probably have to ask my friend. Maybe you'll do a review of all the films at some point and rewatch a file of them. And maybe get my friend's insight on some Transformers stuff, like maybe the original animated film or the series, or just a lot of other Transformers shows, and get their insight in it, so like get a better aspect. But yeah, that's all I'm getting. So I think I'm just gonna be quiet now with a lot of this until something else pops up I'm interested in talking about. But yeah, you're just gonna focus on my hands and my headless torso while I build more of Optimus Prime. Okay, so that's bag 1 so far. Looks like it's the top of the car, but also the chest piece. So you got his teats. Yeah, that's bag 1. So far, so we're good. So let's move on to bag 2. Alright. Bagero numero 2. Two small bags. There's it. Right. This should probably get us a bit more of the chest plate, but we'll see. Alright. And that's bag number 2. There was a case of building what looks like his cack. Definitely looks like his cack for sure. So let's move on to bag number 3. Get to say hello? Say hello? What's up? I do good games. Good game. Very tired? Yeah. Oops. What's up? Say hello? Say hello to everyone? Yeah. Alright, yo. Last bag for tonight. Bag number 3. We're also going to be needing to open the wheels. And use a truck that makes sense. Okay, this side. So we're building the bag. Looks like it. No, that's it. Okay, let's get on with it. So put him to the side for the minute because he's not going to be getting used for yet. Let's get to it. We got a leg. He's got a leg to stand on. Hey! Alright. With that is bag number 3 complete. And we've got Optimus's summer beach body ready at this point. So we've got his torso complete on it. So far decently sized and a good amount of function to it. I can see where some elements of this will definitely work, where they can twist this around, put this up and you put that up, and you got the elements of a car, like at least the movable part. I'm guessing there's some other bits to this. It's probably some other elements to it or something, but that's essentially what we have for a minute. But yeah, so that's where I'm gonna leave for day 1 at the moment. I will probably go on to do bags 4 through 6, or maybe the rest of it tomorrow. Might be like an early start for this one, but like, yeah, that's where we are for the moment. But yeah, he's so far looking good. We'll create Daddy Optimus soon enough, so yeah, we'll see how this goes. So join me for day 2.
How'd you know about his glasses?
eBay.
Well, we're back with day 2 here, so it looks like what I'll probably do, we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna go on the next 3 parts, which is part 4, 5, and 6. Which would then bring it down to like the last 4 bags, which I think in this regards, these next 4 bags should give us the next 3 bags should give us his legs, so he'll have something to stand on in that regards. But yeah, so let's get into building this, shall we? All right, bag 4. Alright. And that's bag number 5. Bag number 4, sorry. So basically just we got his right leg sorted. We're gonna basically get his foot probably by the 5th bag or 6th bag, but we can see as that goes on. So let's move on to bag number 5 if we can. Double bag of 5. So we're halfway there. We're on to bag number 6. We're on to bag number 6, so let's get this going. let's get to it. And there we are. That's bag number 6. So that's his legs fully completed there. You can see here he's looking very tall. He's looking very distinguished. So likely case is we're going to be getting his arms and his head for the last 4 bags anyway. So we will probably move on to that in due time. But yeah, that's basically it for now. So join me for later.
I'm going to turn into a truck now. Birch church char.
So this is day 3. I know in a case that I probably would have done it longer than that day, but you know, I had things on. And as things are standing, we are essentially going to finish him up tonight. All we have to do is get his arms, get his head, some little accessories, and that's really it. And then we can learn how to transform him as well. Transform from tall daddy boy to truck, to mobile truck. So we are currently sitting with 4 bags, and in that regards, move on to bag number 7. So let's get into it. There we go. And then with this one, And then with this, that's bag number 7. So he's got his nice shoulder pads put in and all that stuff. So he's looking swazzy. He's looking snazzy indeed. Alright, let's move on to bag number 8. Let's get him some arms and actually let him see the world. Let him see clearly now. The rain is gone. Alrighty-o. Bag number 8 of 10. Let's do this. We're almost there. We're 70% of the way done. And when this is done, I know. 100%. I don't know when I'll get the Bumblebee and Soundwave, or Shockwave, I think, on this, but I'll probably get soon enough. I got a few other sets to do in mind. Might do some small one next and then go into another big one. I got a couple big ones and a couple small ones, but we'll get to it. Anyway, let's get to it. Alright, and then that should just be his second arm. There we go. Alright. Now all that's missing on our boy is his head, of course. You know, his head could be just shoved up inside the thing, but you know, worth a check. So let's get his head done. And there he is. Look at that boy. Look at that handsome man. And this should conclude him, but there's a few little bits to it. So look at that. Look at that boy. Look at him. Okay, so this one I don't think is too big of a bag. This is literally just all the contents of like the extra accessories and stuff. So that's basically the Matrix of Leadership, the Cosmic Cube, the Energon, well, the Energon Cube, his Ion Blaster, and a few other bits, but let's still build anyway, you know. Give him some accessorize. Okay. Give me a second. We're losing him. I'm recreating the scene from the 1984 movie here at this point. It's like this looks like the end. This looks like that like traumatic scene that traumatized kids back in 1986. This Optimus Prime fucking dying. So I realize this. I put a piece in wrong. Put like way around. It's a slight precision here. Don't worry, Optimus. We will save you. There we go. I think he's gonna make it. Now. Now. We put this in properly. There we go. Yeah, there we are. I just gotta fix his foot here as well. There we are. Now, it's got the matrix in, so let's get to the other bits. Now, back to our scheduled programming. This will flow through the lands of Cybertron once the matrix of leadership has been found. Alright, stay good. There we go. And there's his X. So this is his. And there we go. There he is with his X. I thought it was the case as well that LEGO doesn't do guns. That's what I was thinking. Wasn't there a whole ordeal? The reason they don't do, like, there's some 1 or 2 bits that they don't do, which is like war and like political stuff. I thought that was a whole thing. And probably case violent stuff as well. I could be wrong. Stick him up, dirtbag. Hand over the money now. Autobots, put the money in the bag. Oh yeah, that's basically all the weapons. So all we have left to build is his jetpack. And then we can transform this boy. So let's get on to it. Alright, ladies and gents. The final bag, number 10. We're gonna make him fly. Okay. Yeah, and that's his jetpack. He's got his little school bag. He's ready for school. There we go. Yeah. All right. Alrighty-o. Well, here he is. Look at the boy. He's got his gun and everything. He's beautiful. Now, this isn't the last of it, though. As of course, we've also got one more thing to do. And that is to transform the boy as well. So, yeah. Give me 1 second here. Jetpack out. So we put the arms up like so. Legs together. The hands go on the basis of sideways for the minute. Flip them over fully. Then twist it down. Set it here. Flip them fully over. Twist it down. Let me lift the cop piece up like so. Then we twist the body. Bend them forward. Okay. God damn it. turning them the wrong way. Right, so then we put him down on his wheels. Flip that over, and we like so. Then twist his hand in, like so. Okay. Well, in that regards then, this ends another time lapse in that regards. But yeah, that's probably where I'm going to leave it there for now. So if you like what you've seen here, and I would say in case if you can find a version, recommend it for sure. So in the case you want to see more of these and more builds from me, you can simply like and subscribe. So I'll probably be doing this more mixing with the likes of reviews, gameplays, and the weekly stuff, you know, the gens of things. Like, so I enjoy building little Legos here, and yeah, he's added to the collection of like Mario and the Pixar lamp, and then we got a whole cavalcade of other ones coming along as well. We got some like older sets, we got some newer ones, we got like a mixed match of stuff like that. So there's definitely gonna be a variety of ones to choose from that'll be coming along. So look for those. Anyways, I think I've rambled long enough with these, so I'm gonna leave it there for now. Thank you all for watching this one, and you know, we're gonna roll out. So in the sound effect of the show.